Okay, so in this video I want to talk a little bit more about this publish section here. In previous videos we already published this post. So if you go to your website, and I have my website open in the next tab here, so you can just create a new tab and go to your website, click your blog section, and what that's going to do is bring you to your blog. We posted that post on March 5th. So if I scroll down to my blogs, here's that post we were working on, right? And I've posted things since then. So there's accessing the back end of your website, all these little how-to sections that I've added. You see how that bumps that down? So how your blog works is as you add things to it, it works in chronological order, okay? So this is how you edit, the status of posts and where they show. So to give you an example, we've published this post, so the status of it is published. If you did want to take it offline, say for instance you want to make some edits and changes without the public seeing that right now, just hit edit, change from published to either pending review or draft. Either one of these are going to take them offline. So I'm going to select draft and hit OK and update. Anytime you make changes, you always want to hit update. You see how it changes the status to draft? And now this button says publish, so it's already been removed from our blog. So I'm going to go back to our blog here on my website. I'm going to refresh the page because anytime you make changes to your website, you always want to refresh it. And if I scroll down, that blog is going to be removed. You see how you can't find it there anymore? Okay. So if we go back to your dashboard and the post section, I'm going to hit edit. And you can hit pending review and hit OK. And it's going to do the same thing, save as pending. Okay. The pending option is kind of if you have someone that's a content writer and they're going in and adding things for you, they'll save these as pending review. That way you know it needs to be reviewed before it's published. Does that make sense? I'm going to go ahead and hit publish now so we can change our status back. So it's published. If I go back to my blog on our website, hit refresh, it put it back where it was before. Do you see how it does that? So that's how you can edit things, remove them from the public, etc. The other way to do it is keep the post published, but you can change the visibility, which is the next section. Because you guys are real estate agents and you're going to be posting all the time to users and your visitors, I wouldn't suggest making your post password protected or private, because you do want your visitors to be able to access your blog and your information that you're blogging about. But I did want to talk about stick this post to the front page, because if you check this box and hit OK and hit update, I'm going to show you what that does to your blog. So I'm going to go back to our website. I'm going to scroll up to refresh the page. You see how it puts the My First blog post first? So even though I've been posting things since then, okay, because we made that sticky, and it's going to stick to the top of our blog. This also affects the homepage widget, which is Agent Site's latest post. We'll get into widgets later, but it's going to be installed on your website by default. So you see how I stuck a page Admiral's Cove? And then all my blogs that I've been posting are on my homepage. You see them there in chronological order? But then you see my first blog post, Tuesday, March 5th, all the way at the top. So what that's doing is no matter how many times I update my blog in chronological order, it's always going to keep this post first. So if you want to highlight certain things inside your blog, that's how you do it. But it affects it in two places, your blog page as well as your home page. Does that make sense? Okay. The next section is the published on section. Because we published it already on March 5th, that's what the timestamp it has right now. If we edit this, this is where you can schedule it to be posted at a later date. So if I wanted an example of it, if I wanted to post March 8th, that's this Friday, change the date, keep it 2013, the time is fine. We'll hit OK. And instead of saying update, this says schedule. So we're going to go ahead and schedule that post. See how the status changes from published to scheduled. We still have these settings there, but now it's scheduled for March 8th. So this tool is great for when you're doing 2 to 3 posts at a time. If you're doing that, you can schedule throughout the month, so you don't have to worry about it again. If you want to do a weekly schedule every Wednesdays, I'm going to make a post, but I happen to do 2 or 3 at a sitting, you can schedule them throughout the month so you don't have to think about it again. So that's a great feature there. The next area is the SEO, which is going to be a completely different video. So I'm going to move on right here. This little link is how you delete a post altogether. And that's about it for the publish area. The next video I talk about is going to be this category section. So we'll talk to you then.